Hey guys, it's Hayden here. Today what I want to talk about is energy work. First of all, what it is, how it can help you in your healing process, and number 3, how does it compare to other modalities you may have experienced? So there are probably many of you out there who have no idea what energy work is. This may be the first time you're clicking on a video that is talking about energy work. So I just want to say first off that energy work is a very, very broad term that covers a lot of different modalities. Reiki is kind of one of the more popular ones. There's like pranic healing, there's sound healing, there's all different kinds of modalities out there. I guess shamanism could also be included in energy healing as well to some degree. So there's lots of different modalities out there that involve energy healing, and this is not just like one specific culture that has developed energy healing practices. This is cross-culturally. So energy work is a broad category, and the simplest way I describe energy work to people who don't know what it is, who have never been exposed to it, is basically like when you walk by somebody, you can get a sense of how they're feeling to some degree. Like you can tell by visual cues or by feeling it when someone's angry, when somebody's sad, when somebody's happy. And you're feeling that energy, you're feeling that whatever they're putting out, you're sensing that. So energy works kind of working with that energy, that being able to sense that and working with that energy that's coming, so you can learn to move energy and move things around and help the person, whoever's you're working on, and lots of different things can come up. And as you fine-tune this skill and fine-tune your ability to see things, you'll be able to better treat the person and help them with whatever they're going through. So that brings me to the next section of this, which is, what does energy work do? How is it helpful, and why should you care about energy work at all to begin with? Well, energy work is different from different modalities of healing because it's really focusing on the flow of energy and like the energy system, but it's not so different in the fact that it's connected to many different systems. So your physical system's connected to the energy system, and I don't want to get too much into it, but the goal of energy work is to not just address symptoms, but to address the causes of the symptoms, which is something that modern medicine is very good at addressing symptoms, but sometimes it's not great at addressing the root cause of problems. And so energy work is a different way to approach healing that could potentially address underlying causes for problems. And not to say that modern medicine doesn't have validity, that's not true at all. If you have a broken leg, if you have like influenza or something like that, or some kind of disease that is curable by modern medicine, by all means go to modern medicine. But if you're not finding success in modern medicine and you're not really sure where your symptoms are coming from, it's possible that it could be helped by healing work, with energy work and things like that, and possibly massage as well. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on. We're not just like a physical being. We're also like emotional, we're spiritual, and we have all these different layers and components. And we start to address those different layers and sort of peel back all of those different sequences of layers that we have piled up. Then we can start to work on things that have been suppressed, things that you might talk about in counseling or something like that. But the difference is when you're working with energy, at least from my experience, you can actually feel what's going on with the person. So I can sense like when the person's sad or when something's coming up. So it's much more hands-on, and I can sense what needs to be done. A lot of energy work, again, from my practice, is done intuitively. So I just kind of follow and I understand sort of where they're at, and I meet them where they need to be for whatever work needs to be done. And so I move the energy in a way that is conducive to what is going to be helpful for them. So energy work is like very free-flowing and dynamic. There's a lot of different things that could come up. In the sessions that I've done, which I've only been practicing for about a year now, there's a variety of things that can come up, and each session is completely different. So I never know what's going to come up. I just have to follow my intuition and follow where I'm guided to. because I am given guidance, I am given information to be able to help that person from other sources, so we connect with spirit, with guides and things like that. And different energy work modalities may not do that. I think that it's impossible not to connect into other information when you're working on people, or when you're looking to create a sacred space for somebody. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, there's a lot of good things that can happen from energy work, even if you're not like physically sick, or you're not, you don't have anything major going on in your life. It can just make you feel better. It can help you to feel a little bit less stressed. It can give you some insight into your life, because usually people who do energy work get some information or get an understanding of sort of where you're at, and can give you some feedback based on what they see. So it can help you work on some things in your life and get some things sorted out. So you have that extra confirmation and validation, as well as some possible direction and guidance to help you moving forward. So it's really like a great tool to add to your repertoire of self-healing. If you're looking to heal yourself and to get to know yourself better, to get some energy work done can be very helpful for that. And it's possible that maybe you start working with energy and you start moving it in yourself, and through having energy work done on you, you're better able to understand how that kind of works, so it can kind of work in that way too. So if you haven't checked out energy work before, you haven't had a session with any kind of modality that would involve energy healing, then I would definitely recommend it. I practice Reiki and a few other modalities. Like I said, I'm guided by intuition, so sometimes I end up, drumming for somebody, or, I use crystals to help heal. I do Reiki, obviously, but visualizations and stuff. So there's lots of different things that I could potentially do with you. It just kind of depends on what I feel like is being called from the space. So if you liked anything that I talked about in this video, then let me know by liking or commenting below. If you have any questions at all, just let me know in the comments below as well. If you'd like to see more videos that I make, then feel free to check out my channel, Informal Inquiry. And as always, take time for yourself and make sure to seek your truth.